Okay, you guys. So, this is the solution I found, to why my Flywoo ultra-wide lens wouldn't focus for my DJI 04 Lite. As you guys can see, this particular lens Flywoo makes. In the process of figuring the solution to this problem out, I ended up buying a second 04 sensor. It's a long story, but to sum things up, you guys can see these gold mounting holes or mounting points on this camera's mounting bracket. If you take a screw that's too long and you tighten it too far into these holes, it'll indent the lens housing. I'll put a photo up right here. It'll indent the lens housing to where the board can't properly sit into the lens housing, or the sensor board can't. So like they say in all the installation videos, you need to have the sensor board fully flush with the camera or the lens housing. And of course you can't do that if it's indented by these screws. So yeah, if you over tighten the screws through these mounting points, then it'll indent that lens housing, and you can't properly insert the board all the way. And that means that the board is always going to be too far from the actual lens itself. That means that even if you screw the lens in all the way, it'll never be fully focused. So the solution I found was to take the lens housing, take out the lens just to be safe, and I took a what is this called? Utility blade, and I carved out the indents that indents that the screws made into the plastic. So there's little bulges on the inside of the plastic, and I basically just shaved those off. Now there is a hole running all the way through here into the lens's space, so light can't get in. But once I have screws running into these points, not being over tightened, then those should block out the light, so we should be good. Yeah, so I haven't actually flown with this yet, so I'm gonna pray to God that everything turns out well. And then one extra tip is these black screws that hold the camera mounting bracket to the actual lens housing, they're extremely weak. I've had the head of one of these screws pop off, so inside of one of these mounting holes there's just a thread left behind, and it's so small that there's no way I can drill that out. So right now I have 3 screws holding in the mounting bracket to the lens housing. So yeah, make sure not to over tighten those. On my screwdriver, I was tightening it on the high tension mode. Just switch that to low, or the lowest setting, just so that it's in there but it's not going to break. Because if you break 2 of these screws, then you probably won't have stable footage, because the lens will vibrate or something like that. Anyways, I hope to help somebody out there. You don't need to buy a new sensor board. Just shave off those plastic bulges within the lens housing. Hopefully that made sense.